What's up guys, Felix from Giant Lifestyle. In today's video, we're going to be talking about setting goals. How should you set goals? The new year's coming up. What should be your strategy, your game plan? How should you attack the new year to have a great year? I've seen posts on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, social media, people saying 2019 was a terrible year. They just want to redo. They just want to start fresh in 2020. I say this gratefully. 2020 or 2019 was my best year yet. I've made just around $300,000, and in 2020 I want to crack that $1 million mark. So I want to share with you how I set goals. What I say, you guys can take it for a grain of salt. You guys don't have to listen to me, but this is what I do. This is what works for me, and I've tried the other strategy, which is, somebody who talks about goals a lot on social media is Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone has a strategy of setting goals, which is like this. Basically, you're right here, and you want to start a real estate business, you want to start an internet business, you want to start a cleaning business, you want to start a flipping medical commodity business. You never made no money in your life. The most money you ever made in your entire life was maybe $1,000 a week at your job. He tells you go out and have a goal of making $1 million in a week. Go out there and have a game plan of making $1 million in a week. Write it down every single day. January, February, March, 2 times a day, all that stuff. I totally agree with writing down your goals every single day to program your mind. Programming your mind to seeing it or writing it down or reviewing it every single day, 100%. I think you should do that. You should engrave the goals into your subconscious mind. It's the same thing with natural thoughts. If you guys know anything about the law of attraction or study it, if you think every single day that a check is going to wind up in your mailbox, probably not going to happen. You actually have to go out there and build something up from the ground. You have to build a business. But what I could tell you does work is if you have natural thoughts about that check arriving in your mailbox and you're going out there and taking action and actually putting something into motion, that check will arrive in your mailbox. Now, as far as what to do with your goals, if you've never made any money as an entrepreneur or having your own business, for the year of 2020, setting goals all the way up here, you're not going to hit them. You're not making $1 million in a week. It's not going to happen. One of my biggest goals for 2013, 2014, 2015 was 10K. I wanted $10,000 a month. That was $2,500 a week. That was, what's that, almost $300 a day? That's really good money. I think everybody's goal when you first start out should be $10,000. And if that still seems too much for you, I would say stretch your mind. And if it still seems way too much for you, even go $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month for somebody that has no job, that's like a sustainable income. You can live off $5,000 a month, but I would say go for $10,000 a month because that's going to put you above the average level of somebody who's working a job. But for 2020, what I think your goal or how you should set your goals are is, first you have to ask yourself, realistically, what have you accomplished in your life? What's the most you ever made in your life? Have you ever made $100,000? If you've never made $100,000, trying to make $300,000 is just unrealistic. Now, I'm not somebody who's knocking your dreams or is a naysayer. I can't stand people like that who say, oh, you can't do it, because you could go out there and make $300,000 a year. But at the same time, I want people to be realistic so they can actually have measurable actions to hit those goals. Because that's what it actually takes to hit your goals. Like for me, one of my goals this year that I didn't accomplish but I got close, because with the properties I have under contract and the houses I own, was 10 properties. Right now, even though they're not developed, I have 5 and 2 under contract, so that's 7. And at one point I didn't have 5, but I kept saying I have 5, I have 5, I have 5, and now I have 5. So sometimes when things aren't fully attained already, I keep saying I already have it. So one of my goals next year, I'm going to start saying in my videos, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. And by the end of next year, I will be a millionaire. But at the same time, what I'm trying to say is, when you're just starting out, you have to set goals that you can hit. Because if you keep trying to get to that $1 million a week and you keep failing, it's a terrible feeling. What's a great feeling is saying, I went for 5, I hit it. I went for 10, I hit it. I went for 15, I hit it. I went for 20, I hit it. I went for 25, I hit it. When you start hitting your goals, it gives you some oomph to go for the next limit. When you hit 5, you want to go for 10. When you hit 10, you want to go for 15. Eventually, you do 100, you'll go for that $1 million in a week or $1 million in a month, whatever the crazy goal is. Because once you start hitting your goals, it gives you confidence to go for the next thing. You've never jumped on a bench press in your entire life. You can't even bench the bar, but your goal is to hit 315. So the only goal you have, you don't hit it for a whole 3 to 5 years of working out. The thing that keeps you going in entrepreneurship and business, especially when everybody's pulling you down, is hitting goals and seeing success. Like before this video, I had a list of things right here. And I kept crossing them off, right? Fix and flip, crossed off. There's no better feeling than crossing things off. That's why I recommend everybody having a daily checklist. Because when you got a list of things and you can cross them off, you can even use like a journal or a notebook. That was my first checklist that I used to have. Before I used Google Calendar, I had a daily checklist that I would write, what's today, December 2nd. Monday, December 2nd, and the night before I would write everything down that I had to do for that day or the following pages for that week, and I would literally, as the day would get started, I would just check things off, and that would keep me going. Those are my daily goals. Then you got your weekly goals, then you got your monthly goals, stuff like that. So for 2020, have some, your daily, your weekly, your monthly goals realistic. They could be big, but don't have them too big that you can't accomplish them, because you don't want to go your entire year making no accomplishments. You want to say that my goal in January, by June I want to be making $5,000 a month. I did it. It's going to give you motivation for June to December to try and bump it to $10,000 a month. So make a little bit over realistic. Don't go crazy high. So they say, oh, well, if you miss the stars, if you miss the moon, you'll land in the stars. If you've never made $100,000, how the hell are you going to make $1 million? I'm not saying it can't happen, but it's highly unlikely. And if you keep going the entire year and you're not seeing any accomplishments, you're writing all these goals down, and all year you don't accomplish any of them, it's defeating. There's no better feeling of setting a goal and accomplishing it. That's why every single day I make my bed, because as soon as I wake up 7, 8 in the morning, I've already accomplished something. It's a small task, but it's something in the right direction. So that little goal, I get that bigger goal, bigger goal, bigger goal, bigger goal. Let me know what you guys think. That's basically my mentality when it comes to setting goals. I set goals that are attainable. Challenging, but attainable. Because if you go and you accomplish nothing for the whole year, and your goals are so high, but you've really never made any accomplishments, maybe you're just starting out, which is cool. We all started from somewhere. It's not where you're at right now, but where you're going. That's what means the most. Set something that you can attain. Some goals on the list you probably won't attain, but at least get close. How are you going to go all of 2020 not accomplishing none of your goals? So that's my mentality. Let me know what you guys think about these whiteboard videos. I literally just cleared everything on it to make this video, and that's what I got. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.